Introducing the Dynalion K7-2. This is the Dynalion K7-2 in white. I'm really excited about this one because it is 48 volt, 1200 watt. This box does have opening instructions, and I don't think it mentions using a Chikuto blade, but it speeds the process up a bit. Oh, I figured out the secret latches. All you've got to do is pinch these two little bars together and pull out. Wow, first impressions, look at that white. Man, that is like vintage looking combination with the white, black, and the tan seat. And the headlight looks pretty cool too. Probably a toolkit. Yep, nice little toolkit. We can leave this on the bike. We got plenty of storage right here. We've also got the pedals, nice metal pedals indeed. A little cargo area. We've got a front. Oh, we've got to install the front brake disc. That's different. This definitely takes the award for best packaged e-bike manufacturer. Oh my gosh, I can already see something. I just pulled the handlebars out of the box. We've also got a front axle there. Look at that display. It's about the same size as my phone, but that is crazy. Got another box with another box inside, and that would be the big charger. Just a little 2-amp charger. Then we've got one more package, and that would be the battery. The safest way to open up your e-bike battery box is with a ninja sword. Dang, that is some good packaging. They really did not want this battery to take any impact. We've got an actual power button. That's different. That's how you charge it right there. This is a 48 volt, 16 amp hour. Not too bad. These are all things that you should never do with an e-bike battery. A lot of the fires you hear about from e-bikes, they probably did one of these things. Let's install the battery. Assembly time, first things first. I'm going to mount the handlebars. To do that, we got to remove the top of this handlebar stem collar. Now we can mount up these bars. We want to line up the textured area with the middle of the collar. Let's reinstall the bolts. Let's get these to the point of almost tightened. That looks about right, I guess. Now that I got the angle right, I'm going to tighten up these screws the rest of the way. All the other handlebar controls are really loose, so I'm going to have to adjust these to my liking, and then I'll tighten them down. Looks like we got to plug this in, whatever green wire is. Pick up the bike and remove the front wheel. Now it's time to install the front brake disc. We have to remove all these screws. And this is a good time to use some Loctite. pull this little yellow guy out of the brake caliper. It looks like the big spacer and the 2 washers goes on the non-brake caliper side. So let's pull those off. Hold them in place, insert the axle into the wheel bearings, and then reinstall that spacer, nut, and washers on the non-brake disc side. Now we should be able to just pick up the bike, put the wheel into the forks, line up the brake disc. We have to hold the other side with a wrench so that it doesn't just spin, but let's go ahead and tighten it down. Next up, we've got to mount up the front fender. It goes this way. First, we just got to remove this bolt. We've got a washer on each side. Place the washer in the nut and tighten this thing up. Got a left pedal and a right pedal. We're going to turn it to the left to tighten it. And the right one's normally threaded, so you can go back to righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. We have to hit that button. Now let's try it. Okay, it's showing full battery. Let's see if she'll spin up. Alright, it's the next day. E-bike's all charged up. Power it up. Holding in the mode button. Okay, now we're going to change it from kilometers per hour to miles per hour. We're going to hold in up and down arrow, and that takes you to this screen where we can change it to mile. Pretty simple. Then hit the mode button. That is saying that the top speed allowed is 27 miles per hour. Obviously, we're going to bump that up as high as we can, which is 32 miles per hour. This is asking what size the wheel is. For some reason it was set at 24. I don't know. So I guess we'll leave it like that. And that's really about all we can change in the settings. Okay, I'm kind of racing the rain here. It's supposed to start raining soon. Hopefully I can get this review done before that. And let's go. So far, the seat feels nice and comfy, pretty good. There's no rear suspension, so the back end of the bike's a little stiff. It feels like it's riding like a big bike. Front suspension feels good. There's a lot of travel in that front fork. That is good, really good, since we don't have rear suspension. We can adjust the compression of the front fork, make it stiffer. Oh yeah, that's very stiff. That's actually locked. So to stiffen it, you go clockwise. That feels much better. A little bit under full stiff. All right, let's go. Let's find out the top speed. Wow, it feels fast. It's not holding me back at all. 32, 34 miles per hour, 35, 38, 40. Wow, the hydraulic brakes stop on a dime. This bike rides like a big bike. It feels like a big bike. It's actually a lot better suited for me than some other similar bikes with the 20-inch wheels. I mean, when I'm pedaling, I'm basically fully extending my leg, which is really good. I'm 5'11". Oh, dodging trash cans. Good thing this bike's super nimble. It seems like it's reading way too high. I am not going 14 miles an hour right now. But yeah, I think we got to go back in the settings screen, and we're going to have to change the wheel size down to 20-inch. Yeah, that speed's definitely correct now. Feels like I'm going about 18, 20 miles per hour. Well, I'm used to knobby tires, so the street tires are actually kind of fun because they slide around a lot easier. It's like a supermoto of e-bikes. Hold up. What is this? No. Ah. Why did I pick that up? That's a condom wrapper. In the park, next to the skate park. Someone was getting greasy. Woo! Woo! Holy, almost crashed it. Well, that's how we learn the balance point pretty quickly. Well, we know this thing does good on the road, but how does it do off-road? Oh, now I feel the power. Now it feels like 1200 watts. Here we go. Woo! All right, full hill climb test right here. Wow. For street tires, they get surprisingly good traction on this really loose pine needle stuff. Woo. Oh. Wow. Let's hit the trail. Oh, we're slipping a little bit. It's real muddy back there. So yeah, these street tires definitely have their limitations. Whoa. Very, very slick and bad on mud. It's a little slippery. Something else to note is that the turning radius is not great. I've definitely had bikes with better turning radiuses. Well. We made it home. And oh my gosh. That was a wet one, guys. I am soaked. Look how wet my helmet is. Oh man, it really started raining on me on the way home. The bike did well in the rain, so that's a good thing to note, that it is waterproof to an extent. The handlebars went loose on me like halfway through the ride home. That's something I'm gonna have to tighten back up, but other than that, the bike did great. 7 miles and we're down 1 bar of battery, which doesn't surprise me because I was on the throttle the whole time on pedal assist 5. I do have some issues with it though. One is that it's not as powerful as I hoped it would be. For a 1200 watt motor, it seems like it should have more power, but it feels like any other 1000 watt motor that I've ridden. Honestly, it doesn't feel any faster than those. Something I really like about it is all the storage that it has. I might just keep this bike and use it for dropping off packages and going to buy stuff and stuff like that. It's really not that great for off-road with the tires they put on it from the factory. I would have rather just seen some slightly knobby tires from the factory rather than these street tires. Although the street tires are kind of fun for drifting around. Other than that, I really like this bike. It looks really cool and it rides good. So yeah, if you want to pick one of these guys up, check the link in my description and comment down below with any questions you might have about the bike. That's going to be it for this review, guys. Until next time, peace